Hello, welcome. My name is Cameron Casper, Dr. Casper, and I am in the Human Resources program here at Rowan University. Today, I've been asked to share with you a few items, some information, if you will, about those who might be considering differing careers in business, differing majors at Rowan, and most specifically the Human Resources major that we offer here. So, I spent about 20 years in human resources as a career. Then I went back to school and got a PhD, and now I do research and I teach in the human resources field. So I'm very excited about human resources. I enjoy it. I think it's a great place to have a career. So let's get started. This is my family. I think you can see them on the background. I am very blessed, if you will. 9 children, 7 of them married, lots of grandkids. So that's just a little bit about me. See if I can bring this file up. Presentation 2. Move it to my screen. Slideshow from beginning. There we go. It's on the wrong screen. Over here. Still on the wrong screen. Okay, that should be better. So we're going to talk about human resources as a career to consider. Made that title up myself. And that's me, PhD and Senior Professional in Human Resources. There are certifications that you can get in human resources to, it's like a CPA, if you will. Most people are familiar with that. Or other certifications that you get that indicate that you are current with the field and what you're looking to do. And here is Graham. He looks like he's here to help me with my presentation today. Give me just a few seconds, okay? Next slide. So I kept my presentation fairly simple. Just the white background with black words, although I do know how to do all that fancy stuff. I thought it would be easier just to talk with you for a little bit, as if we were in some sort of room that we're not able to be in right now face to face. So let's just chat. So we're going to talk about what human resources is, overview of career options, skills that you might need, and how we can prepare you for those skills here at Rowan University. Co-curricular activities or activities that you might do while you're on campus, and what a career progression would look like from junior level to senior level jobs, with some examples from my career. So first, human resources. What is human resources? Well, it involves overseeing anything and all things related to the people within an organization. That gets pretty wide and broad sometimes, but that's when you're at the senior level. There's more definition and specific roles when you're beginning in human resources. So specifically the areas that human resources touches or manages within an organization include recruiting, staffing, compensation and benefits, training, development, labor and employee relations, getting along with employees, organization development, helping the organization as a whole grow. And typically there's safety, OSHA regulations as well. On a larger scale, the strategic intent of human resources is to define and align your organizational purpose, what you're doing as an organization with your mission, vision, and values, and have your people all aligned within that goal. Recruit and keep world-class or the best talent possible. And finally, I'll add this in there because there's a lot of data analysis, and accurately measuring people metrics. Some people misunderstand that human resources doesn't deal with numbers. I don't think that could be farther away from the truth. Accountants deal with numbers, but yeah, they just throw some numbers into, a program and it just pops out. Human resources numbers are fairly tricky to assign values to, and to analyze and to make crisp and correct assumptions based on that data. There's a lot of compensation, there's a lot of business-based analysis, a lot of analysis dealing with people, because that's your biggest expense typically as an organization, is your labor line. So career options. Typically people start coming out of Rowan University as a recruiter. Perhaps maybe processing some paperwork, doing administration, filing, and getting their feet wet in the field. Further roles as a specialist might be like an HR development person that's a trainer or an onboarder specifically. Some go into the employment area and then become the person who interfaces with brand new employees on their first day, fills out paperwork, inputs them into the human resources management systems, etc. Or perhaps salary administration, working with payroll or compensation. And then there's a generalist role that basically oversees all of this. So typically in a smaller organization, which a lot of people from Rowan go into, of 100 or less people, the specialist, there's not enough people to justify having 5 different specialists. So the generalist might do all of those activities and perhaps oversee some level of employee relations as well. HR graduate degrees, also coming out of Rowan, you might go into a specialist or generalist role, and then perhaps move into a graduate degree. Not everybody needs to have a graduate degree to succeed in human resources. I have one. I started off with an MBA. It was very helpful in my career. Typically, you can start higher at an organization, make more money, and then the slope for progression and advancement, as with any job nowadays, is steeper, better with a graduate degree. We partner closely with Rutgers Management of Human Resources, one of the greatest programs in all the country. They graduate students at $55,000, $100,000, 96% placement rate. I think most importantly, though, they deal with top nationally branded companies from across the nation. So if you want to really get into human resources and you're flexible in your location, you're worried, concerned more about the company and your progression in human resources than you are about the location, then I think an HR graduate degree might be for you. Internships, yes. Everybody that graduates with a degree in human resources or management here at Rowan will get an internship required. These are great to give individuals experience, and a lot of times you will get a job offer from the internship program once you graduate. So skills needed and the courses offered. Of course, business management. Human resources is merely another business professional with a focus on people. Just like a financial manager is a business person with a focus on finance, or an accountant focus on accounting or marketing, focus on product placement development, etc. Human resources needs that whole business management overview, which you will get here in the business program. HR overview, I typically teach the HR generalist class. And then there are specific courses that we offer in our program: comp and benefits, labor relations, recruitment and selection, training and development. You can choose several of those. And then within all of our programs here, we give our classes here. We give a focus on teamwork, communications, problem solving, those individual skills that you will need to succeed in your career. Co-curricular activities. We have a Society for Human Resources Management Club, very active in association with our local professionals in human resources organization, Tri-State, and we also have a monthly meeting with the students. We bring in a professional, speaks about human resources. So we've got a very strong Society for Human Resources Club for our students that I would highly recommend anyone considering human resources become involved with. Career development. Okay, so as I mentioned a minute ago, you can start in these development jobs, analyst, coordinator, recruiter, and then perhaps move to a generalist or a specialist. So the developmental jobs would be more of an hourly sort of thing. With an undergraduate degree, you can get into one of those jobs, typically to jump straight to an exempt level or a managerial sort of job, you would need a graduate degree or several years experience after your undergraduate degree in what I'll call a developmental job. You can be a generalist or a specialist depending upon the size of the organization. Then you would move to a manager, managing other people within human resources, other analysts, coordinators, recruiters. Then you might become a director, managing other managers in human resources, and then a VP, and then perhaps CEO of world dominance. So when I graduated with my MBA, I went straight into human resources, which was always my plan. I started with Chevron, and I was on the developmental track with them, where I took several different jobs over 6 months to develop my skills in human resources. I did analysis, labor relations, benefits, employment and recruitment. Then I became a generalist, and I had responsibilities for several sites in the entire human resources spectrum. I had a couple of specialists reporting to me. Then I moved on to Allied Signal or Honeywell, where I was a manager of human resources for a plant. And then I became a director of human resources, had other managers of HR reporting to me on a worldwide scope and basis. Then I moved over to Citibank, where I spent the last part of my career as a VP of human resources, dealing with development of HR thoughts and processes and as they interacted with the other strategic intents of the company. Still working on the CEO of World Dominance. Okay, so there is my presentation on human resources options here at Rowan University. Good luck in your education and good luck on your decisions. Thank you.